Good day everyone, welcome to Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to find the slope of a line given the graph. Alright.
Let's talk about finding the slope of the line given the graph. So, based on the definition of the slope can also be called the rise over run ratio because it tells us how many spaces to move up or down and how many spaces to move to the right or left. So, we will use this formula, which is the slope is equal to rise, the number of rise, and the number of run. In finding the slope, let's identify first the different linear equation that we're going to have or that we will see in a graph. In this example, we have a graph that is leaning to the right. Therefore, we are expecting to have a positive slope, or our slope is equal to a positive real number. Now, if our graph is leaning to the left, okay, we will have a negative slope, or the slope is equal to a negative real number. And if we encounter a graph that is a horizontal line, we will have a zero slope. Our slope is equal to 0. And if we encounter a graph that is a vertical line, we will have an undefined slope. The slope is equal to undefined. And now let's have some examples in getting the slope of the line given the graph. So let's have an example. For example, we have this graph. So first thing that we need to do is to identify the bottom point that is given. Okay, and from there we're going to start counting the rise over run ratio. So first, let's start counting the number of times moving up to get to the next point. So here we have 2 units going up, and then we have to identify the run, how many units going to the right. So we have 4 units to the right. So using the formula rise over run, so we will just substitute the number of rise to our numerator and the number of run in our denominator. So we have m is equal to 2 over 4. And simplifying this, we will have our final answer. The slope is equal to 1/2. Okay, let's have another example. So for example, we're given this graph and we need to get the slope of the line. First, we need to identify the lower point. Okay, and then from there, we're going to count the number of times moving up and the number of times that we're going to run going to the next point. So first, let's count the number of units going up. Okay, so we have 3 units going up, and then we have 2 units going to the left to get to the next point. So we need to substitute this to our formula rise over run. Please take note of the direction that we used. So we substitute the rise, we are going 3 units up and 2 units to the left. Since we're going to the left, our number of units to run is going to be negative 2. Take note of that since we're going to the left. And then we simplify, we can write this as the slope is equal to negative 3 over 2. Alright, okay, let's have another example. For example, we have this graph and we need to get the slope of this line. So in order for us to do that, let's identify the lowest point in our graph. And we need to count the number of times we move up and move to the left or right, depending on the direction going to the next point. So from here to here, how many units are we going to move from our first point? So let's count the number of units going up. So we have 7 units going up, and then since we're going to the left, okay, we have 8 units going to the left to reach our second point. Okay, so in this case, we're going to use the rise over run formula in getting the slope. Let's substitute the value. Take note that we have 7 units moving up, that's why it's positive, and 8 units to the left. Since we're going to the left, it will be negative 8. And simplifying this, we have our slope, which is negative 7 over 8. Let's have another example. So for example, we're given this graph and we're going to get the slope of this line. So in getting the slope of the line, let's first start with our lowest point. From our lowest point, we're going to count the number of times going to the next point, to our second point. So in this case, let's count. So we have from our first point to our second point, let's count the number of units going up. So we have 4 units going up. Now, after that, we need to identify the number of times we run. Since we already reached our second point, our run will be equal to 0. So, we will now get our slope. So, using the formula rise over run, let's substitute the values, the units, the number of units that we counted to get to the next point. So, we have 4 over 0. So since our denominator is 0, we will have a slope that is undefined. Alright, okay, let's have our last example for today. So let's have this graph. So we're going to get the slope of this line. So in order for us to do that, we must identify our lowest point. So in this case, since we don't have any lowest point or our first point, okay, we can start either here or here. So let's start here na lang. Okay, let's count the number of times we're going to move up and number of times that we're going to run. So in this case, since our next point will not move to either up or down, we can just simply identify that we don't have any rise. Okay, we're not going to move up or down, so it's 0. Next, our run, let's count the number of units going to our next point, to our second point. We have 4 units going to our second point. So we now substitute to our equation rise over run. So let's substitute. We have our rise is 0 and our run is positive 4. 0 divided by any number is always equal to 0. And since we have a horizontal line, we will have the slope that is equal to 0.
Now that you already know how to find the slope of a line given the graph, it is your turn to try it. Please click the link in our description box below in order for you to test your skills. That's it for today. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video.